Now, this is really the most fun we've had watching C-SPAN in a long time. It started with Kentucky Senator Rand Paul's almost 13-hour filibuster on the Senate floor Wednesday against Obama's pick to head the CIA.
I will speak until I can no longer speak.
And though the epic rant had the word filibuster and the senator himself trending on Twitter, some cold water Thursday from Arizona Senator John McCain.
But if Mr. Paul wants to be taken seriously, he needs to do more than pull political stunts that fire up impressionable libertarian kids in their college dorms. He needs to know what he's talking about.
We should explain a little. Senator Paul's filiblizzard was a protest against John Brennan. His specific bone to pick was what he called the administration's support of drone strikes without due process to kill terror suspects. Brennan is often cited as the architect of that program. Making matters worse in Paul's eyes, this letter from Attorney General Eric Holder, who earlier this week said it was theoretically possible the U.S. could carry out a drone strike on U.S. soil. Theoretically possible, but they had no plans to, essentially, which had Paul suggesting U.S. citizens could be randomly targeted by the government, say in a cafe or a restaurant. A ridiculous notion, suggested McCain and South Carolina Senator Lindsay, who called the 13 hours of speaking a waste of time and even suggested hypocritical.
I don't remember any of you coming down here suggesting that President Bush was going to kill anybody with a drone.
Graham even brought out this chart to point out almost 3,000 Americans have been killed by al-Qaeda in order to suggest all the drone criticism was misguided, all of which had Times' Michael Crowley suggesting they all kind of have a point. Rand Paul has every right to press this question, but it's almost an academic exercise when compared to the more relevant questions of how reliant we should be on drone strikes. And in any case, a resolution later Thursday after Paul told TV reporters he's ending his opposition to Brennan. He got this follow-up letter from Attorney General Eric Holder saying President Obama, or any president for that matter, does not have the authority to strike U.S. citizens that aren't combatants on U.S. soil. Thanks for watching Newsy. I'm Christina Hartman.